With this Sunday afternoon, with all of this news that's coming to our news feed on tariffs and what our neighborly country are doing, it's not something that I really adhere to because we as the consumers are all going to feel it and really pay for it. Because why? With this sanction on all of these countries, I can tell you that it only impacts one thing and one thing only. When this market opens tomorrow, you'll see drastically what I'm referring to because the market is going to continue to go down. As you notice that in December, we were looking at a beautiful market with the elected new president. And now, if you can look at the stock market that we have been going nothing but sideways. Why? With all of this 25%, this 10% tariff in countries, it has done no justice for us. And tomorrow, if the market pulls back, it wouldn't come to me as a surprise. But do I want it to pull back? No. With news coming out, there is so much news from next week. I just want to bring to your attention one thing that strike my eye is nothing other than earnings. With next week to look forward to, it's full of earnings as last week did. We're looking to Walt Disney. We're looking at Uber. We're looking at AMD. We're looking at Pepsi. So we're looking at Spotify technology. We're looking at Google. A lot of news to come next week. So let's go over some of the major one that I think is going to spark a change in the market and bring us better. So if you're looking at AMD from previous earnings, AMD missed. And from then the stock has been doing bad. Again, to my knowledge, therefore DeepSeek come and they take control of the market now. Nvidia is no longer doing well, is in no sign of buying anytime soon. And again, I can tell you this, if you think Nvidia is cheap now, wait until 6 months from now, you'll see if Nvidia get cheaper because definitely there's no great news and nothing good in the forecast for Nvidia. So keep your eye out. You can see that Nvidia is still on the red side, still getting rejected by the 200-day moving average. So no time soon to buy this stock. On reporting on the 26th of this month, earnings going to be great, but guess what? Not good enough to bring the stock over this portion. So we're going to continue to see a red week. The only thing can move the market now, I can tell you that is one thing, earnings. And this is what we're looking forward to. Just like Meta did. Meta report good earnings and skyrocket to the moon. Tech took off. And this week we're looking to Spotify. I'm going to break down some of these stuff for you. So let's go over AMD because I totally think they're going to miss earnings. Even if they do, if the forecast is not good, then the guideline is not good, they're going to pull back as they did previously. So let's go over to AMD. So AMD is expected to report earnings on, when is this? On the 4th. So next week, 4th, after hours, which is 5 o'clock, they're expected to report earnings. Let's go over and see what is their expectation. Let's go over AMD and see how they have been doing previously comparing to now. So AMD has again last earnings. Let me just make sure I'm giving you the right information because to my knowledge, I know that last time they report it was a beat, but even so, the stock beat. The stock didn't do well. The stock underperformed. The stock got rejected and sold off. Got rejected. Why I know this? Because I was in it. Got rejected. I bought in at like 165 around here, and after hours, the stock just kept selling off. And again, if on the 4th, if AMD doesn't find support at $93, boy, I don't know where the bottom is, but I will stay away because they have a lot of competition right now where that is concerned. Even SoFi pushed up, earnings was good for them, and because of DeepSeek, the market is going down, keep on getting rejected. Let's go over to break something else down. So we're going over AMD and we know that it's not a good buy right now. The company not looking good so far, where expectation is. So for this year, what is AMD expectation? What are they doing? AMD average analyst is 32 to 35 for 2025, which is current year. We're not looking good. Last year wasn't looking good. The numbers just keep decreasing. Sales growth this year is looking to 27.7%. Let's see if they live up to that expectation. ESP trend not looking good so far. Where money is concerned, for this year they're looking to $5.4 billion when they're coming from what? Let's see what they did last year. 22.68 billion to 5.4 billion, not trillion, but billion. So I would say that's a no-no for me. Of course, by all means, they can beat and go to the moon, but they have a lot of competition. And with DeepSeek again out, the competition just even get worse with that. So not looking good for AMD. Next stock I want to break down for you is nothing other than Disney, DSI. D so DIS. Disney is another roller coaster where look at the RSI, look at the MACD, seems like it's trying to recover. But look at this. If you had bought Disney 1 year ago, no, I think I'm looking at the 10-year chart. Let's look at 180 days. Still not looking good. Went all the way up to $118 and then pulled all the way back to 105 and then pushed up, getting rejected. Not looking good. Let's look at Disney for the last 3 years. If you had bought Disney for the last 3 years at 157, you would have been down now. So I would say that's definitely a turn off, and it's not something that I would look to put my money in for the long run. Uber on the other end, I think it's a better buy. So let's break down Uber. UBER. Uber been trading at $65 for a while. And with all the news that's going on with them, I don't know. But let's break it down and look. So Uber was trading at 100 and no, $87, got rejected numerous times. The last support for Uber I see at $54. So with $54, definitely see that the trend is downward. RSI, MACD. Let's look what their forecast is for this year. Let's go over and see what Uber have in store. UBER. See what they have in store for us. Let's see if it's a buy. So last two earnings call was a beat. What is expected? Their estimate is for 48 cents on the 5th. They're reporting and they're expected to report 48 cents above. And this year forecast on the average estimate they're looking for the next quarter is 46 cents. 46 cents, and also on the low end is 38, and on the high side they're looking at 67 cents. And where money is concerned, where their revenue is concerned, let's look at the low end for Uber. They're expecting to bring in $11.23 billion, and on the high side they're looking to bring in $12.13 billion. That's just the forecast for this year. What they did last year was on the high side was 12.2 billion, and low was 11.2 for the current quarter. So we're looking to see in December, this is their number for December. On the low side 11 again, and 12 point, and sales growth of 18.5%. And for this year, sales growth is looking at 15.76%. But if you're looking at the stock, you can see that it's not a good buy, because if you had bought this stock back in August of last year, you would have bought it at $55. And now it's at $66. And again, if you had bought this stock last year, October, you would have bought at $87 and now the stock is worth $66. So not a good investment for the long term, even though I see that 2022 was selling at $23, but if you look at the trend, you can see that the stock is gradually depreciating. And if earnings is bad, don't be surprised if you see the stock in the 40s again. So next stock, Uber, definitely not a buy on the chart because I don't see long-term progress in the company and expansion in the company where that is concerned. So let's look at something else to break down. Google on the other side is trading over $200 a share now since their last cut that they did. And Palantir is a stock that's been killing it. PLTR. I think the stock is trading like $70 now. So let's check out Palantir and see. PLTR. A coworker told me about Palantir from it was like $15 or $12 a share. And look at it now. On the other end, if you had bought Palantir in 2023 at $5.84, the stock is now worth $82 a share. That's something you wanna look towards because even if the stock is down, you're still up tremendously. Again, what is their expectation? What is Palantir looking for? What is Wall Street looking for in Palantir? I don't even think I need to take that initiative and break this down any further because I see Palantir killing it because the stock is doing tremendously well. You can see that for the last 5 years, the stock is up over 724%. That's ridiculous comparing to other stocks for the last 1 year. For this year so far, the stock is up 6.8%. I don't even think the S&P 500 is up that much. Let's check it out. No, what am I doing? All right, let's check out the S&P 500 for this year to date. 2.26% the S&P 500 is up while Palantir is killing it. So again, it's something you can look into. Earnings, they can definitely beat earnings with no regards. They can do so, and if they do so, you want to make sure you're in it for the long run, not for the short term. But I just want to go over NASDAQ before I do anything else and say with all this news going on, I think the market is still going to be in a rough path. Tomorrow, I still see we getting rejected and continues to pull back towards the 200-day moving average because that's where we normally find support. And with SoFi being down, I think it's a definitely buy on the dip because 2 weeks from now, a month from now, don't be surprised if SoFi is back trading at $24 or $20 a share. It wouldn't surprise me, but you don't want to be too late, even though we're looking to pull back towards the negative side. There is all candles are pointing down, and tomorrow it might even be worse. We might even see $13, $14, $12, but I can say buy on the dip because this stock is going to be through the waters in a couple weeks. And you don't want to be late to the rally. On the other end, Nvidia, I can't say the same thing for Nvidia because even when earnings is good, the stock will go to the moon and pull on back 6, 7, 12%. And what it's going to do is bring NASDAQ down with it. So give an eye out. I already called this out already and I said, hey, look, listen, don't be surprised if Nvidia keep pulling back to 101 or even $90 a share because why? There's better competition in the market and cheaper. So more people is going to gravitate towards this, bring their business here because Nvidia was the number one talk about in the market, and now that there is competition in the market, a lot of attention is going to be divert from this. Therefore the company is not going to bring in as much capital as it used to because others are going to seek better opportunity in nothing other than DeepSeek. But for now, please like, subscribe, and stay tuned to the channel and let me know if I can break down any other stock for you. Please put it in the comment, and if you think that I have earned your time, please like the channel and subscribe to the channel and stay tuned. But until then, peace. Green.